We are officially live, record. All right, it has checking and then it's live. Perfect. It always takes me a few seconds to make sure we are good in our multiple places. Wherever you are, thank you for joining in. This is our Sunday conversations of politics meets spirituality, or what I like to say, spirituality meets politics. And together we have this delicious conversation about all kinds of fun things. And because we are streaming it currently on YouTube, my YouTube channel, it's Stacey Harder, as well as Instagram, Stacey Harder. So you're welcome to join us in the private Zoom if you'd like. The private Zoom is 831-755-38434. So if you're seeing this, you're welcome to screenshot it, and then you have it. And you can always join us there for our juicy conversation. And I'm going to let our host, my mother, Dr. Heather Harder, take it from here.
Ta-da! And for those of you who are joining us, both on the Zoom call or for online and some of the other formats, we wish you a happy Super Bowl day. Today is a day where more avocados are eaten than any other day of the year except for Cinco de Mayo. So if you're eating any avocado or avocado dip, know that you're part of many, many people who are doing the same. As you can tell, I don't follow, watch any kind of sports, so Super Bowl doesn't mean a lot to me, but I had a lot of people say, but it's Super Bowl. So I understand if you're not here, and I appreciate those who are here. When we do the calls, the first two parts are public, and those are broadcast. And then for the conversation, where we actually get into the interesting stuff, we go private, and only the Zoom call is included because of the concerns with the censorship and retaliation that's going on in the big way. So feel free to join us on Zoom if you would like to be a part of the conversation. And if not, we're glad that you're here for the first part. Always the first part is a request for protection, guidance, and truth. And that's more important now than ever. I've been doing this, asking for protection, guidance, and truth for about 20 years at least. And I knew it was important, but now when we're aware of so much misinformation and so much distortion of the facts and so much created reality and creative narrative and all the other words that we use for it, it's essential. You can't get through life with any kind of sense of stability without really anchoring to truth. And that means that every day by design is a new day. And the only thing that comes into that day from a spiritual perspective is that which you bring it through your thoughts, actions, words. As we learn to live in the now, it means that everything else we're letting go of. And so every morning, start your day asking for protection, for guidance, and for truth. And then I do recommend, when you're listening to a speaker, reading a book, being exposed to the news or any other kind of information, that you always just ask to know truth, and then you feel it. You just recognize it, and then what is not truth literally has no impact on you. It's sort of fluff off like old skin cells. So I do recommend that you do that. How you do it doesn't matter. You're all little goblets, and so you can demand it, you can see it, you can say it, you can ask it. It doesn't matter. Just do it, and any way you do it puts that intention into the universe, and you have it. The second thing that's the first thing we do, and it's done. It's that easy. I do have a formal affirmation that I wrote up, and if you'd like a copy, feel free to email me and I'll send you a copy, but it's not necessary. It's not a sacredness of words that if you say it in this order, the world changes. You change the world with every thought, with every action, with every word, with every intention. And It's you and your utterances that have the power, not the sequence that you use. The next thing we do is actually play with the light. We're here as light workers. We're here to enjoy the light, share the light. The light is our true essence. We are the light. Um, from Sunday school a zillion years ago, when we sang this light is mine, I'm going to let it shine. That was that core essence of who we are, was the little light, and our job was to let it shine. And that's what we're doing now on a mega scale. And we'll talk about the reasons why we do that a little bit later. But if you will join me, and we're just going to, in your imagination, imagine going to your center. Your center, or your happy place, is a place of imagination. Your imagination is how you activate your skill set. And so light is a very powerful vibration, and you're using it to its full glory. So in this place of center, I want you to imagine being in this pillar of light that anchors the heavens to earth. You're here to anchor the heavenly energy to this earth experience. And so just feel that connection. And when you go to center, you are in your most powerful place. You are in alignment with your divinity. When you go to center, it can look like something, or it can just be a void. It can be an intention. Again, I like creating a beach because I like beaches. It's where I feel most connected to the divine. But yours may be the bathtub or the dining room. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't have to be a sacred spot. It just is the place where you feel the safest and most connected. And so, if you will, just be in that energy, and then we're going to send love and light to all those who impact our political system, either for the good or the not so good. And basically, we could divide everybody in this planet into two categories. Either they're working for the light and for the greatest good of humanity and this earth, or they aren't. They're working for personal agenda, personal good, personal having their own personal wealth. It's a different agenda. So either they're working for the greater good, or they're not. My friends call these the lesser lights. They're just not letting their light shine as bright as those who are working for the greater good. And we're just going to love them all. We don't have to judge them. We don't even need to recognize them. Although as we're moving through this process, recognizing those who are not serving the greater good can be very important to know how to deal with them. And then we're going to send love and light to this earth, in, on, and around this planet, and to all the vacancies. We have a lot of kinds of beings who are living underground, and we have tunnel burrowed built into the earth, much like we've had parasites that dig into our skin. It's very irritating for the earth. So we're just going to love those places, love those people and beings who have buried into the earth. We're just going to fill those spaces with love. So that if you go into a cave or a cavern or a tunnel or an underground dwelling, you're going to be bombarded with pure, unconditional love. And then we're going to send love and light out to the atmosphere, surrounding this earth with love. Light, love, God all carry the same vibration. And we're going to take that vibration, that unconditional love, and send it out to the weather patterns. Here in the Midwest, we've got some nasty ones going on, some ones that I don't enjoy. They're not nasty. They're just not the ones I enjoy, with sub-freezing weather and tons of snow, but we're just going to love it. This is a day that God has made. Rejoice and be glad. And then on this planet, we have those who are working for their own agenda, and they use the weather as a weapon. They manipulate the weather for their own personal good. We're going to love those people who manipulate the weather, who manipulate the earth, who manipulate the atmosphere. We just love them. And then we have a mass consciousness where all the consciousnesses of all those who've ever been on the planet, never will be on the planet, resides. It's a repository of collective energy. We're just going to love it and know that we've all contributed to it and we continue to contribute to it. We're just going to love it. And then we're going to love all those who were in positions of influence, whether in the political realm or the business realm or the organizational realm. We just love them. And then we're going to send love and light to all those places on this earth where there is hate and where there is violence and conflict. We're just going to love those places. So they're like boils on the earth. I'm just going to love it. And then we're going to send love and light out to all those from other dimensions, from other worlds who are here to serve this planet, and those that are here to interfere with the evolution of this planet. Earth is in a transformative journey from third dimension to fifth dimension, and we're going to love all those who are participating in this experience. We just love them. And right now we're seeing all kinds of political dramas, both in this place and around the world. And we're going to just send love and light to all those who are observers and all those who are participants. We know in the world of bullying, there's the bully, there's the person who's being bullied, and there's the observer. The observer has a very, very important role because the observer actually has the power to stop it. The person bullying doesn't want to stop it. The person being bullied doesn't feel they have the power to stop it. But the observers are the one that actually have the power. The same thing's going on with our political system right now. It's just a massive experience in bullying nations. And we have those who are being the perpetrator of this, and we have those who are being the recipient of this, and we have those who are participating and observing this. We're going to love all three players. Especially those who are participating in making the situation worse. We're just going to love them and remind all of them at the higher consciousness level that what you put out, you receive, and karma will play an active role in what happens to these people who are participating in this. You don't lie and cheat and steal and manipulate and hurt and anger and take away people's free will without incurring some massive karmic debt. So we're just going to love them and the debt that they're incurring. As the Bible says, the wheels of the Lord grind slow, but they grind steady. So we're going to love all those and all the participants at every level. We're just going to love them. And we're going to give permission to the angels to use our love in any way that serves this planet and its people. We're going to put lots and lots of love out there. And then we're going to open ourselves, our heart, our soul, our mind to receive this love, because just as we send love out, love must come back to us. Everything we send out comes back. I'm just going to let this love and light flow back to us and through us, filling every cell of every aspect of our life with this love and light, balancing and healing and restoring and empowering our remembrance of who we are and why we're here, remembrance of the power that we each possess as part of this divine team, power we have to recognize and act on truth. In the Buddhist tradition, there is a saying that you are both the wave and the sea. And we have to remember that we are the wave and the sea. If you see yourself just as the wave, then you are often cast about, going in and out and in and out, and feel like you have no power over it. But if you remember that you're also the sea, that you're much deeper than those waves, those life experiences that bounce you around. You are all powerful. And when you go to that core depth of who you are, you remember that you are the sea. And when you start feeling like you're bouncing around and just the wave, take a breath and remember that you are all. And we're all together in this experience. We are one. So with that, I send light and love to all the political leaders again, and all those who are here to create havoc on the planet, and all those who are here to create love on the planet. All those who are here to live according to divine plan, and all those who are here to fight the divine plan, go against the flow of life, which is what we label as evil, that which goes against the divine plan. We love them as well. It's a huge drama we've agreed to come to this earth and participate in, and this is it. Welcome to active duty. Take a deep breath. Send love and light to anyone that you choose to, who you think needs it or wants it. Unconditionally, just fill them with love and light. And when you're ready, just come back to the here and now, fully aware. And anybody want to say or ask anything? That's our one size fits all. Loving everybody. Hi, Lucas. Hi, OPPOR17 Pro. Do you know who that is, Stacy?
What? No, Lucas, you've met before.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking. I was going to put a name in here for this OPPOR17 Pro.
Ask privately when you're off.
You what?
I would ask privately when we're off the live stream.
Okay, you ask privately because I don't know how to do that. It's too much.
We'll do it when we go.
Okay. All right. Anybody want to say anything or ask anything before we go private? Any online comments or questions before we go private?
No. The one thing I would like to just say, welcome. If you are joining us last week, we had some really fabulous conversations. Hello, Maper. Around extraterrestrial world and life, and that inspired a class. So if you are interested, on Tuesday for $22, Mom, the one who's been speaking, Dr. Heather Harder, is doing a masterclass on aliens and all things aliens to kind of get under the understanding of who our cosmic cousins are, as well as a clearing. And that
there's a lot of people who are not, I mean, we've been programmed to think it's funny, haha, and totally impossible. And we must be crazy for even thinking it. And you only need to look at how certain people's lives have been shattered by just hinting that there could be alien life forms on the planet. And so by recognizing the role that we are involved with this alien life form, it just makes it make sense. And again, we become more empowered. And just as there's a protocol for the invisible world, there's a protocol with the alien world as well. And so we'll talk about how to be empowered in that situation. They are not greater than we are, they're only different, and understanding our connection and how to tell whether they're, and just as we said, everything on the earth is divided right now into two categories. Either you are supporting the transformation of the earth or you are not. And the same thing with the aliens. There's a lot of alien life forms here, various kinds, that are here to support this transformation of the planet. And indeed, this is the big news throughout the universe. You know, we have lots of visitors just to watch this process. And then we have those who are here trying to interfere with it, stop it, and understanding how they do this and why they do it. You know, again, it's not, we'd like to think, oh, they're just mean and evil, but it's not that at all. Just as right now, Elon Musk wants to shoot things off into Mars to change the atmosphere of Mars so that he can colonize it with humans. You know, that's pretty gutsy and pretty invasive. And so we have aliens who are doing the same thing to the planet. They want to colonize this planet and get rid of these pesky human beings. And so they have a plan. And so recognizing the plan and how you counter it is just part of our nature. And I will also say I have a PhD. I successfully held a job for 30 plus years. I'm not insane. And I've been spiritually connected for over 30 years and have been given tons of information, which I have tested out and now have total confidence in. And so when I talk about the alien life forms, it does sound crazy. But then we have a government that has laws that if you have alien contact, they can put you into quarantine for eternity. If they don't believe aliens exist, why would they have laws to that effect? Right now, you cannot copyright any kind of information you got from an alien's life source, anything that's from off planet. Well, why would they have laws if they don't believe they exist? And so we're being sort of dripped information now. And one of the big possibilities is a faked alien invasion. So it's just understanding the role. And indeed, we have over 50 brands, races of alien life form living on the planet. And only a few of them are troublesome. Most of them you wouldn't even know existed. So it's just sort of understanding that world. And if you want to join our 2-hour conversation, please do so. And
one of the cool parts that you do as well is the alien implant removal into your energetic or etheric body.
Well, that's part of that discussion, so that you can become aware of when you have been impacted.
And it's pretty powerful. So if you feel like sometimes you're energetic, like you're having good intentions, but you keep getting pulled and you don't understand what's going on, sometimes it could be an etheric attachment. So she teaches you how to clear them. So it's part of the cool thing in the class too, because you get to learn how to clear that, and even past life traumas or devices that have used. So it's really powerful to be able to fully empower your energetic field on all levels. So if you feel like joining us, we'd love to have you. It's $22. I'll be posting a little information about it, but you can always private message me at Stacey Harder on Instagram, my website, or YouTube is just Stacey Harder. And if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe and share. And we love you. And if you want to get on the email list for Heather, it's heather@heatherharder.com is her email. But if you go to heatherharder.com, you can sign up to be on the email list. And she sometimes throws emails out, sometimes doesn't. We're still working through the technology stuff, but we're always here, and so much love and light wherever you are in this world. We're going to go into our private conversation. So if you're watching us, feel free to screenshot the Zoom information if you'd like to join.
What's that sound? Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going round. Did you hear it? Did anybody else hear it? Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's still there somewhere.
It's horrendous.
Like,
I'm very noise sensitive. I don't like loud, abrasive noises. So when those things go on, they just shatter me.
cancel. All right. Well, it's 4:44 if you're in the Pacific region. But basically, because I have a Mac and I have an iPhone, I have messages coming through, and if I mute my phone, or I mean, my phone's muted, but if I mute my computer, then you can't hear me. So it's just what happens with Macs. So bless, loads of love wherever you are, and thank you for joining in, and thanks for sending love to the planet and the people and receiving it, because that's who you are. So bless, and I'll take a minute to go off.
Thanks for joining us. Bye. And then we also have a spiritual call on Thursday nights that the whole thing is recorded and online. So if you aren't able to join us on the Zoom call on Sundays, which is a political conversation, then join us on Thursday for our spiritual conversation. And then the workshop is Tuesday, all 6 o'clock Central Time. And you're welcome to join us.
Yay! And if, I hope I hope you get to join, because what's coming up is very exciting. So I love you. Thank you so much, and bless.